Take your phone.
Hey.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Good morning around the world. My name is Sean William. We would like to welcome you. Welcome to Monday Night Verses, brought to you by All Deaf Digital or All Deaf Poetry and IntroVerse Live. If you were with us a couple of weeks ago, you saw what we kicked off with Black Chakra and Ed Mabry. But now we're back, and it felt like it's been a month. But
it's been a while, Sean.
Huh?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. But who am I speaking to? I am Sean William. I will be your host for the evening. But not only is just me, I am with a phenomenal woman, a two-time world woman poetry slam champion. Her name is Imani. Imani, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm excited about all of the fun things happening. You know, I like to talk a lot of shit. So anytime two people are going at it, I'm excited.
I am excited also. We are going to have two phenomenal poets come up. I mean, to get to this level of competition, because it is competition, it's not a battle where they're going at each other, gun bars and talking about hitting somebody in the head with the butt of a gun or nothing. But I'm just saying, you know, because you just but it will have it where there's some poetry going back and forth. We will have 5 rounds, 2 poems from each individual's, 5 poems each from one, so 10 poems total. There will be 5 rounds. They will go back and forth. They will be giving their best work. It is their work. It is original work. They're not going to be spitting Saul Williams stuff or Ta-Nehisi or even Imani's, because we know what that sounds like, even though it might give it an advantage. But still, you're going to hear from these 2 individuals, and they are going to be judged not in slam style, so they're not random judges out there. We aren't doing it where it's a battle where, you know, it's that type of thing. What it's going to be is the audience is the random judges. Everybody is a judge. So when you hear them poems being spit, you go to our polls afterwards and vote for your favorite poet. I know that the comment section is lit during these bouts. It was last time. Go into the comment section and be like, oh, yo, this poet, he killed round 1, or it's 3-0 right now. It's a 30 piece right now, however you feel. We want to make sure that it's lit in those comment sections. And before we
ready.
Yeah, just make sure that you guys are yourself being ethnic in those comment sections, because it is going to be up to you guys to determine the winner. But these poets are going to give it their all. You have a poet who is both poets are nationally recognized. Both of them are in them streets, them poetry streets, in them slams. They are featured on high platforms. So we're just happy. Imani, I'm talking too much. What do you feel about this?
It's fine. I'm gonna let you rock. Because when it's my turn, you better not say nothing.
See how it is.
I'm excited.
Sister check me, and I'm going to be checked.
It's fine. It's fine. No, I'm looking forward to. I know both of these. I know most of the poets that have been doing these head-to-head battles, and so it's fun for me to see people that I've been rocking with, that I've been watching, that I've slammed against or slammed with, etc. In the same space, virtually, of course, going back and forth. Like I said last time, this isn't the same as like having a slam where we have an opportunity to be in the same space, to even have a break right in between poems, like we're going back and forth head to head. So it's a fun opportunity for us to just gather again virtually. Artists need to art just as much as audience members need to watch, right? And so this is our opportunity to get the jitters out from not being able to travel and perform. And you know, poetry is poetry, but it could get vicious. We can battle too. We ain't gotta like each other just because we writing poems. So I'm excited about the playful, even if it's playful, beef and smoke that we will see in these battles. So,
talk that shit, Imani. That's so real, because that's what we're gonna do. It will be a competition. These poets will go at it.
I got my scorecard ready right now.
And I'm just really ready for it. And the thing is, we're not, like I said, it's not a slam. We're not going to all of a sudden, after they're done with their poem, ask the judges to put up scorecards, any of that. They're just going to rock, and we're looking forward to that. And we're going to get you to these poets in a minute. But before we do, I got to make sure that I shout out to sponsors. Shout out to Universal Purpose. They are now one of our new sponsors there with the Universal Purpose and with IntroVerse Live family. So they are rocking with us. Make sure you check out our listing on our page at IntroVerse Live to see what they're about. Also, Poet Life. They have a lot of merchandise, a lot of gear I am not wearing right now. I have a sweatshirt, but it is too damn hot for me to wear that hoodie right now, but I will show it. They have all kinds of stuff. So Universal Purpose, they have all kinds of oils. They have hand sanitizer, because you know in these pandemic times, we have to have that. Yeah, black folks.
Listen, because some of y'all be ashy.
And also Poet Life, that stuff for kids as well. Yeah. So yeah, so now let's get past all that. Let's get to what we're here for. We have two dope poets that we are ready to get to introduce. The poet on my left, he's from Oakland, California. I don't know, he might be on my right, how you guys see him, but he is from Oakland, California. He does, like neither of these poets we're talking about, I want my accolades out. I just want to rock. But he is from Oakland, California. He has been on Verses and Flows numerous times, numerous meaning 11 times. He is a national finalist. He has done all kinds of stuff that I'm proud of. Arsenio Hall, just viral on many platforms. He goes by Prentice. Powell, make some noise.
Easy. I'm just gonna be
on my right or below me or to the left, however it's looking on there. Thank you, Imani. You're looking like you are a flight attendant. I appreciate you. He is from Richmond, Virginia. He has been killing stuff on the slam circuit, but he is not just a slam poet. I feel that if you flip these poets and put them on both platforms, they would rock either or. He is a national finalist. As a team finalist and an individual, he's won numerous championships, but he don't even care about that. He wants to rock. Both of these poets are dynamic poets. They are aggressive bar spitters. The pen game is ridiculous. Make some noise for Breeze. Make some noise.
Hey, I'm gonna make the noise.
I'm gonna pass it over to Imani to let her do her thing to get this started.
All right, so like I said, I got my scorecards ready, okay? Because the battle is a battle is a battle is a battle. All right. So what's gonna happen? We did a coin toss before all of this went down. Ooh, it's hot, Jesus! I'm in my house just sweating. Lord have mercy. That's how you know it's popping. It's hot outside. We're doing poems. Okay. So what's gonna happen is we did a coin toss, and Prentice Powell is going to go first. Prentice will go. We will have a short pause to give Breeze an opportunity to go, and that will be round one. We'll do that 5 times, and then you'll have an opportunity at the end to decide who you feel like won the whole battle, okay? I will also be sharing my commentary because I always have notes. And of course, Sean will be sharing his as well. We're just gonna have a good time. We ready?
So with that being said, we are going to go into round one. Round one, let's go, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is IntroVerse Live. Let's go. Here we go. Right. Prentice Powell. Let's
just peace to everybody tuning in, man. I just wanted to say something. Excuse me if this seems a little unprepared. But I promise I got 4 poems. So if me talking takes up time, then it costs around. That's cool. Breeze, I think the last time we saw each other was 2014 when you had hopped on set to shoot your verses and flow scenes. That season 4 was a good season for me because it gave me a lot of opportunities to do some additional things off the stage. But the most memorable thing I remember about that whole week was the moment that you begin to notice that I had a few more things to do than the rest of the poets. I think Dawn had popped her head in the room. Shout out to Dawn. And communicated I had to do something. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I had to go. And right before I walked out, I'll never forget this shit. You were fixing your necktie and you said, "Oh, you must be the house nigga of the show." Now, we don't know each other. So I don't know if you were expecting some type of unwarranted arrogance from me, given the position you perceive me to be in, but given the fact that we're both Black men, I figure we've both been through some of the same shit. I mean, we're in America, you know. Last time I checked, it really didn't matter who had the ocean view on the slave ship if you was both in that bitch. And I know it's been 6 years and we haven't seen or spoken to each other since. So I'd hate for this to be a missed opportunity for me to publicly address that house nigga shit. So first off, nigga, no. Second, nigga, no. Nigga, no. All that I've accomplished is taking hard work. That shit was no breeze. Third, niggas who are in the know the work that I put in, and I'm always down for a test, but I have a question. If I was there all 6 seasons and the breeze blew through during season 4, who do you think's one of the poets responsible for holding open the door? But then again, isn't that what house niggas do? And then I thought, like, maybe I was too bland for you. You know, like maybe I wasn't seasoned enough when we met at Southern Fried. Then I thought maybe when he hears me speak, what he really hears me say is, Master say I could do some poems today. You know, Master say I could write for Lexus. Master say I could showcase my gift consistently on TV and help the craft gain some more respect. Hey, Master say I got to put on my tattoo today because Master say I'm hot. As a matter of fact, the same master who put 5 Energy on tour was the same master who flew you to New York so you could watch us perform with Jill Scott. So if I was a house nigga, does that make you the real nigga or the field nigga? Do you feel niggas on a level that's deeper? Are you more respected? Maybe you have this poetry game figured out and you're more connected because, boy, let me tell you, boy, it's still what they call you when you travel to LA and New York, trying to convince these white folks to let you in, cook, prepare, and serve the food to your own people without having to clean their kitchen. Breeze, when you called me a house nigga, it sounded almost as if I was doing so much shit you thought should be you felt I was in your house. Nigga, like maybe you've seen me 4 or 3 too many times in your TV in your house, nigga. And how ironic is it that right now I'm speaking to you from my home to you in your house, nigga. Breeze, when you called me a house nigga, it sounded almost as if you felt I was Hollywood. And I see you out here doing your thing. Slam scene, you snapping, but you low-key acting like you ain't never been whipped yet somehow have taken more poetry lashes than me, as if we both don't speak pain to power, from the air that we breathe to the shit that we sneeze, like these words don't dictate what dish our kids taste at the end of the day, like we both have enslaved stages, as if I don't slave over these pages with each cotton picking line making me feel that much closer to freedom, and then here you come. Walking into a house that I helped build with nothing to offer other than shade and shackles. You stand there, look around, saw my little bit of shine, and you mean to tell me that it never crossed your mind that that was a direct reflection of the hard work I put in? Please, Breeze. You and I both know those checks from Versus and Flow ain't enough to cover 1 month's rent in the studio, but I'm a house nigga. But them checks signed by that Black man, may I add, put groceries in my house, nigga. So like I said, I don't know you, bro. So I don't know if you think it's cool to contribute to a culture that cuts cords with colorism, but it is. And you be a bold-faced lie if you sat here and told me when you said that shit that colorism didn't play a factor. But what I do know is I took that shit as a direct attack on my Blackness. The fact that you made that hating-ass statement while we were all there to showcase our greatness on a national stage just added to the audacity. We all had a seat at the table to eat. The shit wasn't even at full capacity. You go say some shit like that because I had a couple of extra snacks? That is literally some shit my sons do. No, literally, I'm saying I literally had to have conversations saying, I don't understand why you're so concerned about your brother's food while you have a full plate in front of you, bro. If you can't simultaneously sit down and eat with another Black man, you're doomed. And I just keep going back to that day when we were all just shining our light while basking in Blackness. And I don't know if it was the king or African in me that just felt the way about the fact that the harshest word came from the darkest man in the room. One day, y'all are gonna stop playing me on that light skin shit like I don't earn every opportunity I get. So next time you see a brother who's lighter than you, who does the same thing you do at a level higher than you succeeding, learn how to congratulate. And just because I may move differently around this craft than you, don't mean that my head is trapped on a plantation. And let's keep this clear. When it comes to that show, my name was carved under the baseboards into the cement. I couldn't be a house nigga if I wanted to. I helped build the foundation. You're welcome.
Well, Sean.
Ladies, it is now on you.
All right, let's do it.
This is my go. This poem here is a prayer removing the spirit of fear from your life. This poem is about the brilliant black boy writing battle bars for Satan, about the gorgeous black girl realizing she is God and praying to her own reflection, about the genius ghetto child praying in ratchet native tongue. I don't know if prayers have type, but if they did, this poem here might be called, Although I Walk the Valley of the Shadow of Death, I shall fear no evil, except it's the genius, gorgeous, and brilliant remix. So this poem here is called, I Guess I Got My Swagger Back. The devil tried to kill me, y'all, but I guess I got the dagger back. Or the gospel according to Bone Crusher, bitch, I ain't ever scared. Or this poem here is called How I Almost, or this poem here is called, God damn it. I'm a little bit in my feelings, but I'm leaving. Or this poem here is called How to Use a Nightlight to Finish Your coloring book while eating Sunday candy in the dark of doubt. No. This poem here is called I Almost Gave Up Today. Except my daughter's smile, my mama's prayers, my son's last no. This poem here is called Guess What, Yo? Your faith never left. It was just your inner child loving to play hide and seek at all the worst times, which is actually really the perfect time because it always loves to hide in all the places you forget to look when you go through something. Like the last place you saw God at, or the poem here is called The Praise Dance of a Sinner, a fight song for your scared to start over. Because your Genesis be engulfed in darkness with the circumstances make you forget how to speak yourself your own son. No, this poem here is called That One Time Fear Was Talking Shit. Yeah, fear was like, yeah, then I catch you walking through that valley of the shadow of death. It gotta be that darkness there. I be heavy in them streets. You be so heavy, you won't be able to lift your voice, sing, do a poem, nothing to get you above my block. And you think you tough, huh? Well, try me, sucker. I'm fear. See, if I don't choke the let there be right out of you. Or this poem here is called The Pull-Up. When I ran up on fear, hoe ass, because he was talking that shit. Like, I be walking through that valley of the shadow of death often, and bitch, I ain't ever scared. I got my swagger back. Devil tried to kill me, but I'm up in this spot looking as fresh as Sunday candy. Ultralight beam awesome, illuminating all that nothing he thought he was. And yeah, I found my faith. It never left. It was just playing hide and seek with the prayers and the lies and the smiles that be coloring book bright hiding. And the last place I saw God at, oh yeah, fear. I talked to God. She told me to ask you, what's all that darkness you think you are, after she reminded me that I am the light she let there be. Oh, no. This poem here is called Cursing in Church. The testimony of a heathen that God ain't through with, long as I ain't through with my goddamn self. And no, this poem here is called Every Breath I Take Be a Middle Finger Praise Dance to the Drum of How I Almost Gave Up Today. But no, this poem here, y'all, is called The Brilliant Black Boy Writes Battle Bars for Satan. It's a brilliant, gorgeous, ingenious remix. And here is the actual poem, because none of that was the poem. All of this was just me trying to figure out what the name of the poem was going to be. So here's the poem. Poem. Hello, fear. Fuck you. And amen.
Yeah. I'm gonna go first, Sean, if you don't mind. I have a few things to say. Okay, cool. Yeah. So a few things. Battles are battles. And if you're familiar with battle culture, you know that anything goes, right? Listen, that's just how it is. Especially when you're Black, because we just don't care. But point is, I'm seeing folks in the comments speaking as if All Deaf Digital as a platform or IntroVerse as a platform has curated particular content for this particular battle. And I just want to be very clear that that's not the case. All right. What happens is we call somebody. All right. We ask them if they want to battle. We call somebody else, ask them if they too want to battle. And then we show up together on IntroVerse Mondays. Amen. So I just want to make it very clear that whatever content is brought into the space is that of the poets, personally, and we are here to just create platform for that. That's all I want to say about that. Sean, you want to go ahead and add?
Yes, sis, you're better than me. If you in your feelings, and that's something on you, I really don't care. So with that, and I'm talking about the comment section. So with that being said, Prentice, it is round 2, and it is on you.
You know, they say that if God gives you a gift and you don't use it, he'll take it away. And you don't need to sit me in front of a camera in a competition with a man not on screen who may have the same affliction for me to admit that I have an addiction and I abuse it every chance I get. See, I now realize God gave me a gift, so I no longer fight this shit. And I can't recall how many times I called in sick just so I could write this shit uninterrupted with no distractions, no corruption, just me and my thoughts dancing with each other's hearts until our wrists give way to my lips taking over. And then what comes out is like beautiful medicine. Music to your eardrums. This ink is intoxicating. I never want to be sober. Prentice Powell is an act. Tell a friend. Tell a friend I have something valid to say in a time when broken down the dopest lines disintegrate to nonsense. In a time where a man who puts his heart into his art is overlooked because his work contains content. So call me a junkie. Call me contaminated when the words on the radio have 12-year-olds walking around seeking affection, walking around brain dead, thinking with their erections, living with no fear. We got rappers telling our peers how to live. Stay strapped. Packet Gat says a man with 7 kids who still hasn't realized he's in the streets using the wrong kind of protection. So I'm constantly trying to find ways of connecting the brothers who live life so backwards you would think they were dyslexic. So Breeze, if you're listening, allow me to break it down to you that understand, please, hurt of love, a space, a from right, right from the space of love and hurt. Please understand that from learn the person one, at least have they so sons my 4, right, right for my son so they have at least one person to learn from. Now it get you do, you get it. Now, we're living blind with our right eye open and left closed. Exposed to videos, holes and balling, and I ain't gonna lie, I tried to kick this poetry shit, but if you ever picked up a pen and put it to the paper, you know that ink, man, that ink, it just keep on calling, you know. A lot of people call me a good father and want insight into my personal life, but I tell them don't look because if they did, I'm scared they see how many times I've neglected my kids for my notebook. Cross me on Twitter, checking to see if my poetry gets some mention. I hate staying in hotels when I travel because I'm scared of walking into an intervention. Shit. I'm high right now. You know, sometimes I feel like I caught what Gil Scott got. Sometimes I feel like a shell of my former self, a turkey without the stuffing. Last night I threw on some mid-60s soul music and found myself itching for my pen again. Now I'm on my David Ruffin. The temptation is so strong. I got people telling me to hold on, but how could I do so when the most therapeutic thing to do in my life is to write and simply let go? Amy Winehouse, gone. Kurt Cobain, gone. Whitney, gone. Either by pen or syringe. Being on stage is like flying high on a 5-day coke binge. This is my life. This shit ain't for everybody. You gotta have strong veins because this shit can cut deep. And hey, maybe you're an addict too, which is why you always seem to feel so split. Hi, Breeze. Hi, Frederick. My name is Prentice, and I'm an addict.
All right, it's time for Breeze. Breezy, let's go.
When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I behaved as a child, but when I became a man, I learned to put away childish things to my stepfather. Thank you for teaching me how to be a man, showing me the ropes, how to roll with the punches when up against the ropes. You taught me keep my chin out, keep my guard down, be open target, the cheap shots, be heavy bag. To all of your bad days, you see apparently. When life makes a man feel unworthy of the title, him in boxing matches with my innocence was the quickest way for him to feel like a champion again. Taught me the Bible with no whisper of scripture, but made sure to write his word in all the red and bleeding of me. I remember this one time I was sleeping. I was dreaming of heaven until I woke up to the wrath of God in his right hand. I wept like Jesus and he cried, shut up before I give you something to cry for. And this is the lesson found in Proverbs. He was teaching me what a man slow to anger looks like. Black eye, bruised face, chipped tooth. Later, you let me stay home from school and brought me a honey bun. The lesson is, it's teaching me that real men can admit when they're wrong. See, I returned to school with my face bruised, teachers bribing me to bear it all, but I couldn't. See, round here, snitches get stitches to their shattered spirits when people come around asking too many questions. They would never understand a black parent parable. And what goes on in this house stays in this house that my mother had already started calling me a traitor because I couldn't keep my broken face together long enough before our business started spilling into the streets. I was told to hold it together, so I did. I clamped down into myself like a bear trap. I held my tongue like a seizure victim. I smiled and said nothing. I smiled through the pain caused by smiling. The lesson, real men can't show weakness. They had the pain in their face behind the hurt in their heart. And when you train up a child in your ways when they get older, they will not depart from the hurt and the pain and the toxic you are. And I stayed stuck in your ways. I broke everything, fought, everything, fight, everything in this ring of life with my chin tucked and my guard up, throwing haymakers at odds, swinging on anything, getting too close just to make up for all the times when I couldn't fight back. You see, apparently, when a boy taught how to be a man by a male that is not actually grown into a fucking man himself, boy comes an open scar that'll never heal right. So thank you for teaching me what never heal right looks like, for being such a walking hemorrhage that I could look at you and know where to apply pressure to all the bleeding I was when I was a child. I spoke as a child. I behaved as a child, but when I became a man, I got tired of my reflection being made in your image. I opened this fist and finally found love. In these poems, I learned the power of forgiveness. And I've granted myself enough to be able to pray that one day you'll forgive yourself enough to do the same.
Yes. Fire around like that.
My
That
favorite
was
noise effect, sound effect to make. Pew, 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 pew. So I have notes, John. Is it okay if I share my notes? I have a few notes, if you don't mind.
Please do.
I have a couple more things. I just want to say, Sean, you know me, right? We've known each other for a while now.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I think I met you around the same time I met Prentice. And y'all know me, I'm real big on transparency, communicating, right? And there have been times when I said something that was a little out of pocket, you know, where I had to apologize. Somebody might have called me out, cussed me out, you know, and you got to be like, yeah, I was wrong for that. And I just want to like make sure that because I think poetry is about lessons, it's about sharing experience, right? So I just think it's a really good, this battle is important to remember that if you're gonna say something, that's fine, but you gotta know it's gonna be consequences, right, to your actions, and you just never know when that's gonna come back, right? And that's all I want to say about that.
I get cursed out by Javon at least once a week, so we good on that. We grown.
Hey, once a week?
Yeah, we're that close now, so it's once a week. You know how he is. I want to real quick shout out to Chaz. I see you in the comments. Shout out to Ed Mabry, all the dope poets in there. We're about to get into round 3. Let's go. Prentice, it is on you.
So, but the power of forgiveness, I agree, man. It's a powerful thing. I often find myself having to forgive a lot of things I've heard back in the day. One thing that's always irritated me, jokes about blackness and jokes about my mama. I remember they used to say in high school, your mama's so black, she drinks water and peas coffee. Your mama's so black, lightning bugs follow her around in the daytime. Your mama is so black, she went to night school and got marked F's. Your mama is so conditioned, she refused to have sex with a dark-skinned man because she thought having a baby by a light-skinned one would give you a better chance. Your mama's so dumb, she thought a light-skinned one would treat her better. Your mama's so poor, her face is on front of the food stamps. Your mama's so poor, she bounces food stamps. Your mama is so poor, she keeps putting half of what she makes on a lawyer to defend a crime you won't admit that you committed. Sorry, that one wasn't funny. Your mama so poor, burglars break into the house and leave her money. Your mama so poor, she's having a hard time trying to afford to feed these grandkids her daughter created, but doesn't really raise. Your mama's so black, she looks like a picture out of space with no stars. Your mama is so black, the last black man she had beat her until she saw stars. Your mama is so black, she's 65, got 3 jobs, and retirement is nowhere in sight. Your mama's so black, she refuses to give up. Your mama's so black, she worked just as hard as our ancestors who picked cotton and tended to the white man's yard. As a matter of fact, your mama's so black, her second job is tending to a white man's yard, despite his attempts to tend to her secret garden. Your mama's so black, she sacrificed everything just so her kids could have a roof over their heads. Your mama's so black, one of her kids is dead. 2 are in prison and she can't look out of her bedroom window without seeing bars. Your mama is so black, she's lived in a violent neighborhood all of her life. Thank you, gentrification. You know, there were times when your family was so poor, your mama sacrificed all the food on her plate and fed herself off of her own frustration. Your mama is so black, girl. She grew up having to catch some stones with her face, so now your mama's ugly. Your mama's so ugly, they film gorillas in the mist in a shower. Your mama is so tired, she only has time to cry in the shower. Your mama is so ugly, she wouldn't know beauty. She finally took the time to look herself in the mirror, which she only does while getting ready for another 18-hour workday. But your mama's getting old now. Your mama's so old, her birth certificate say Dr. Jesus. No, your mama's so old, she starts to forget the things that she says. Your mama's so old, she started to begin her sentences with, in case I don't make it. You know, your mama was thinking about quitting that 3rd job, but her body just can't seem to take it. Your mama is so old, her Parkinson-riddled hands can't seem to hold on to an answer. Your mama has been a fighter all her life, but still can't seem to beat this thing they call cancer. Your mama is so old, it's starting to hurt her throat to laugh at these jokes that don't really feel like jokes. I guess she had to swallow her pride one too many times, because now your mama's having a problem opening her eyes. Wake up, mama. Your mama has an obituary now. Your mama was so black. My mama is so black. No, so rainbow, so red, so yellow, so orange, so purple, so green, that it is no surprise that the sun still shines in her eyes even when it rains. And standing at her feet, I have always been her pot of gold. You know, your mama would be ashamed of you if she knew you were talking about somebody else's mama without having a single clue of what they've been through. But maybe I'm just being sensitive. After all, some of them jokes was funny, right?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Breeze, you back? Because you've been disappearing, so I didn't know where you was. He back, and we back, and we back. All right, let's do it.
To the white woman on Twitter who said, and quote, "This is just another example of Black supremacy." As I write this poem, I noticed that this black pen I'm writing with don't seem to trust this paper no more. Wonders if the white of this canvas will use this privilege to reword this pen spilled blood. I mean, ink, like white things tend to do more and more these days. And we are all just really wanting to know what exactly in the fresh lily white foolish fuck did you mean by Black supremacy? Unless you meant my grandmama's sweet potato pie. Unless you met my auntie, fried chicken, the love and genius created in a black mama kitchen must be somewhere in their prayer closet. How anywhere that knees touch seems to ascend black supremacy. You must be an ascension. I still be rise even under the weight of so much hate. How we climb out of a 400 plus year grave and still be so live, so lit. Black supremacy, you must mean how we magician. All that black boy joy and black girl magic be conjuring up some way out of no way. Y'all know how baby D sell weed, do hair, and babysit out the same house. They still don't know where to kick the goddamn dough in at. How pig feet and chitlins can sound so much like two fish and five loaves. How Harlem constructed an entire renaissance out of being unheard black supremacy. You must mean how we stay winning. Like a Viola Davis, Taraji Henson group piece, like Serena being queen enough to serve while crowning. You must mean it's a way of pride shining. Codes, you know, different from white supremacy, right? Because it ain't church shootings or church bombing or trying to snatch God from us after we snatched the reflection of her from ourselves when y'all asked to try to shackle us to the weapon that is religion. In the first place, black supremacy is not me loving my culture means yours is inferior, as you still inappropriate everything in my so-called inferior culture. Black supremacy is not a hate group, not KKK hoods covering up cops, politicians, lawyers, or judges. Black supremacy be a love group, be the strength and patience of Diamond Reynolds watching Orlando die in our eyes, be the intuition of Corin Gaines' 5-year-old knowingly asking all these cops here to kill us. Black supremacy has to be embedded in the skin, somewhere forward, shining through the forgiveness, all wrapped in this melanin, because your ass is still here making dumb ass Twitter comments about stupid made up shit like this, because we still ain't with the war yet. Come banging down your door yet. We still ain't burnt this bitch down. So come again. What exactly in the whole heat of white privilege hell did you mean by black supremacy again? Oh, I thought that's what the fuck you meant.
Well, hello.
Well,
that was what, round 3?
It was round 3, which was a fire round. I want to make sure that we have everything straight. There was some sound problems with both poets, so we want to make sure that that's going straight. Prentice, can you say something real quick?
Check.
Breeze, if you could come to the screen and say something real quick.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Okay, great. Yeah, we had some sound problems in both of those rounds on both poets. We do apologize for the viewers, but thank you, viewers, in the comment sections for letting us know, and our team as well. So we're staying on top of that. We are going to keep this going. We are going into round 4. Imani, do you have anything to say?
I just want to say that we said this last time, but I want people to be thinking about it earlier. If you are interested in battling someone, I want you to say in the comments that you're interested, and I want you to say, because I'm messy, who you want to battle against. Because I see y'all a lot of people got a lot to say, so I'm interested in who they think they could get. So that's all.
Also, what we're going to do is just keep us on the screen. We'll go mute, because it might be when we go off the screen and come back on, we're muting them. So let's just be safe on that. I want to make sure these poets get all their stuff out and able to bust. So we apologize once again to the listeners, the viewers, and the poets. Round 4, let's go. Prentice, it is on you.
A letter to my future wife's exes. Now, let me start off by saying that I don't know any of you. And I do hope you find the happiness you deserve. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I wasn't happy that the happiness you deserve wasn't found in the happiness that is heard, because if it was, then I wouldn't have happened to have heard that you had been asking about it. But since I heard that you've been asking about her, I figured I'd let your ass know. Doing great. Yeah, man, she still loves to read. She still shows up late to everything, but I'm sure to you that comes as no surprise. She's still has that sparkle in her eyes. It makes it hard for you to look at her for too long without becoming religious and taking God for being in this position. She's still very much in the shoes, and that smile, bro, I swear to God, that smile is just as radiant as it used to be. And it probably does the same thing to me as it did to you. And I know you're probably over to the side asking yourself, like, is this nigga serious right now? Did he really write a poem about this shit? I moved on. I'm happy. None of this matters. But like I said, I heard you've been asking about it. So I started to question your happiness. Because honestly, I'd question mine if I didn't have it. Because I know if she chose to move on and love chose to let go, then I'd make at least one more attempt to grab her. I'd say whatever I had to say for one more night of having her. And after I realized I could no longer have it, I'd probably go from talking shit to just wanting to talk, even though I know I'd make no sense. Yo, I get it. A broken heart can have you speaking in pieces. Emotions can have you saying a lot of different things, knowing you don't mean it, especially when you know she's done. And you completely said that perfect image and start speaking to an angel with such a forked tongue. She must be your biggest regret. I know for me, I tend to breathe differently when she leaves. And with me, she comes back. So for you, I'd imagine life to feel a lot like an asthma attack. And I'm not one to hate, so I pray for your respiratory system every day. I mean, other than our height, personality traits, what we've been through, what we look like, we really know different, right? All undeserving, probably all have questioned at some point in time if we were even worthy and felt so guilty for bringing so much of a dirty laundry into a life of a woman who likes to keep things so clean. And I know this sounds like an insecurity thing, but it's not. When she tells me she loves me, I don't doubt her. It's more like a comparison thing because honestly, I don't know who's stronger. Me for having the strength to hold on to her for the rest of my life, or you having survived the rest of yours without her, she read. Like an unfinished novel, yet somehow already a classic, the best book I have ever spoken to, and you are blessed to have been a chapter in her story, and I can only hope to grace the blank pages that have yet to be written. See, I used to think my biggest fear was like dying before the age of 25 or not reaching my full potential, but when it hits you, and you realize that your biggest fears become just another failed student. All because you skimmed through her pages, didn't retain the information, didn't respect the content, and definitely didn't handle the book with care. Sometimes you find yourself talking about it to the most unexpected people, all because I don't want to become you. Just another reader, borrowing her time only to put her back on the shelf and risk the chance of somebody else realizing there is no other book in this library of life more valuable. You put her back. See, when that book falls into your lap, you gotta know what to do with it. And I don't blame you, bro. If I was you, I'd be walking up and down these aisles looking for one just like her too. But please remember, God does not make duplicates. You put her back. And for that, I thank you. I thank you. I thank God and every one of her exes for your illiteracy.
And with that being said, we are going to go to the next one. So Breeze, it is on you.
Kamari loves, hard, brave, loves as if he's. My son Kamari loves, hard and brave, love as if he knows nothing of the death count in love's name. His love heals all and conquers anything. My son Kamari loves, just like his dad. True story. One day at his mother's house, he sits in my lap. She walks past, playfully shoves him, he hops off, gives chase towards love that he knows loves him back just like he loves. But I watched him learn with running so freely towards love will do you, but you not watch you are going. She reached back, smacked him. Impact incinerated his young innocence. It was a direct hit. You could look at his face melting like I got hit with a nuclear weapon. You could tell he was too busy just loving to know that there was a war going on, and now I am forced to flee from the enchantment of my son's freedom. Be reminded of all the times when I actually thought it was love in the air, how the explosion hit me, how the shrapnel of a broken heart can rip through everything about you beautiful. And I remember how I loved anyway. How I busted Shanetta out of the city that held her dreams behind bars, but our talks of forever felt to her like confinement because she broke out of us, left me a prisoner in my own home. I had to watch her date other men while living with me. I remember it all and how I loved anyway. Like when Tonisha told me that guy was her aunt's boyfriend and not hers, or when my ex-wife handed me the phone so I could have a conversation with the guy I was sharing her fucking orgasms with. I remember it all and how I loved anyway, and I just get scared. What am I supposed to teach my son about love? Can't tell him that it conquers all when the only thing it's constantly defeating is me. I Can't tell him that it heals all when his open wounds of the heart just keeps always falling in the salty hands. Can't save him from all the homicidal hands that just end up smacking the life of his ability to love right like his mom did. All I can do is tell my son to love anyway, like his daddy. See, through all of the shots to the heart I've taken, you can see, son, I am still here, loving hard, and I ain't dead yet. Love anyway, like it has never done anything wrong, because you will never be wrong loving people who do not deserve it. You will never be wrong loving people who do not deserve it. You will never be wrong loving people who do not deserve it. Son, I repeat this to myself like pipe song till it's etched in my spirit. You will never be wrong loving people who do not deserve it. You will more than likely in your life love people who do not deserve your fucking love, but you will never be wrong loving people who do not deserve it. You will only be wrong to stop loving when you yourself are so deserving of love. What I would tell my son, love. You love anyway. You be a hero. You be that purple-hearted kind of honor that leaves no love lost or left behind. Because if you are not fighting for love, son, you are only fighting against it. And I simply refuse to raise you to become somebody else's war.
All you need is love. I don't know the rest of the song.
Because they white. I'm just being honest. So that was round 4. That was another fire round. I'm looking at these comments and they're going bananas right now. I'm seeing a lot of. They talk about 2-2, 3-1. There's a lot of going on in there. A lot of shit talking as well, which I love. Shout out to Dawn. I see you in the comments. Anita, we see you. Jesse Parent. We got all kinds of celebrities up in here, so we appreciate that. For the
are they talking about who they want to battle? That's all I care about. Are they calling out names?
That part.
Thank you, P. See, I love you.
You know, Roscoe's, he's in there talking shit. And
what Roscoe talking about?
Roscoe's like, well, people are asking for Roscoe, all kinds of it.
People are calling out Roscoe.
Yeah, and Roscoe's like, I'll battle the young gods. Like he called them young gods. That was kind of funny in itself, a little shade. Also, Kyla's in the comments having her fun, and we tried to bring Kyla on, and it has nothing to do with her, but I guess Kyla's the boogeyman because people don't want to go against her. I'm putting out inside information, but what
are you instigating?
That's what I do. So with that being, yeah, but we're gonna make sure we get Kyla on there. We've got some other dope matches coming through. Mitch, who else is in here? We got.
Who you want to battle, Sean? I'll put you on the spot.
You don't want to battle? How you doing, Kyla? How you doing, Kyla?
Let's go!
We got history, Kyla.
Oh!
So we could talk afterwards. You know, maybe you got history.
We gonna talk afterwards.
Yeah, it'll be friendly. But anyway, we're gonna get in. This is the final round. This is the 5th round. We're gonna do this. 5. Shout out to my brother Andrew. Speaking of 5, shout out to my brother Andrew Tyree. We see him in the comments as well. We're about to get into this last round again. Thank you, everybody who's been loving going on with this. You make sure, make sure that you hit up their Cash App. So both Cash Apps are in there, and also our Cash App as well. So $IntroVerse Live.
No, I'm just kidding.
What's your Cash App? Put it up.
No, I'm just playing. You got Cash App me or nothing.
So with that being said, shout out to Deidre. I see you as well. We are going to get into the 5th round, the final round. Let's go, Prentice. Final round.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to have this opportunity to get off things that may have been on your chest, to work out new things. But the struggle of being an artist is that struggle with like duality. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you on stage? Who are you off stage? Then you have to mix the two. Then you get hella confused, and you get to a point where there's so many different versions of you working out in this world that you don't know who is speaking for you. And the reason you don't know who's speaking for you is because there is no you. There is only who I want you to be. From your latest cell phones to the styles seen in your most recent videos to my implementation of what you call swag. If you can't brag about how many women you have or the $200 denim on your ass, you are worthless. Your purse is not hot if it is a fall edition and we are in the winter. And as long as your kids have Jordans on their feet, it is okay if they have to eat top ramen for a week for dinner. Your check is in the mail. You fail at becoming grown men, so you don't bother with your younger ones. Give them to me. I'll program them to Viacom. Have them growing up with a single mom and no males to emulate, and wonder why so many begin to have extensive rap sheets and ADD with no off switch and download a defense that is nothing but false self-confidence shown through them being overly aggressive. Your misguided women want nothing but diamonds and Fendi, or dreams of finding a professional athlete to pay for their lives, because to them being a wife is not a lifestyle, it is trendy. Trendy to have like a little black dog carried around in a bag. The deconstruction of your black woman and man are going according to plan. Flip the coin, and for those who have chose not to go down that road, make sure that any statement they make that may challenge their masculinity are followed by statements of insecurity. No homo, we can't have them thinking for themselves. Program dreams to be a mirage, close enough to see yet too far to reach. Set their aesthetics to pathetic, aka camouflage. Allow them to blend in. Keyword trend. Downtown corners full of rappers who refuse to give up, even though their shit sucks, but will allow them to say their piece. At the very least, it'll make them a quick buck. Any more success, initiate Operation Exploitation. Throw them a bit more cash. I am the system. Programmed to initiate commands. You niggas, you people, are programmed not to ask. Empty vessels who have sold their souls a long time ago, and you call me robotic. I am the system. Systematically set to just do. You are systematically set to just do and not think, and you call me robotic. Error, redundancy, error, repeat, error, redundancy. Pardon me. I was scanning your culture's current popular music. You want a cop to pay for killing one of you, but carries a no snitching policy in your own community, which allows you niggas, you people, you niggas, you niggas, you niggas, you people, to have absolutely no accountability. Irony, overload, reset. I am the system. Systematically set to desensitize your senseless activities surround your society, simultaneously making you love me while shaking in your boots. And for those who dare to overthrow me, allow me to remind thee, 'tis I who provides you with the land and seeds you use to grow your little grassroots. I am the system.
We love theatrics. Love theatrics. That's my favorite thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Prentice 5 poems. We are about to we are in the final round. So Breeze, it is on you. Take us out. This is the last poem.
She was like, hey, I got a question. So what's the difference between Frederick and Breeze? And I was like, yeah, I never really considered there being a I would answer you. First, I don't know which one of us you think you're talking to. Wait. I got a question. What's the difference between a therapist and a nosy person just trying to screw with my fucking head, right? Because you know you're not a therapist, so that would make you a nosy person just trying to screw with my fucking. Frederick always gets like this. Protects everything he wants to give people from people. He's like a guard dog that loves to play fetch. He just refuses to let go of the stick or the ball or his heart or his demons. I mean, he wants people to see him. He just doesn't want to feel exposed. He's very abstract. Paints passion of how he loves, but can only picture the pain and loving that broken heart has always left him with. So all you end up with is this beautifully shattered, open wound beating on the canvas of his tongue. I don't really know how to explain it. But it does remind me of this movie I seen one time. Oh, okay. You want to talk about Breeze? Then, the poet that puts love in his art, thinks writing is an art form of freedom. That's so stupid. He's not free just because he can cleverly articulate his change. You know, it's so stupid. He takes his shoes off on stage as if the space be safe, be sacred for him. But there's nothing safe about bleeding pretty for people who aren't gonna help you clean up the mess you make of yourself. You know, they change shit like go in, poet, and they never even consider how the fuck you'll get out. I get it though. Why he's so guarded? I mean, he hates being misunderstood, and no one really tries to understand. They just sit comfortable, and their assumptions use him as a scapegoat to justify how badly they treat him. I watch him be cautioned, taped into a cage quite often. It's so sad. I look at him these days, and all I see is a crime scene. You know, I can't even tell if he's a murder victim or a suicide weapon. All I can tell you is that it's killing our heart. And it's so sad, you know, because honestly, that's the best part of the movie. The movie where the guy kidnaps 3 girls and he got a bald head and he has a bunch of unknown personalities living in his unknowing body. Oh, okay. You want to use Breeze and openness to expose how closed I seem. How let's explore this shower. This openness only makes him a gun range, a bullseye, a target, a rifle rhetoric. He doesn't understand love is a fighting bird. What the fuck you think the heart is the size of a fist in the first place? Honestly, he's so weak. I'm tired of him calling me weak. He doesn't understand the strength it takes to hold on to anything. Honestly, he's just a coward who measures his strength on how far he can push people. Breeze is just a buffet of trauma, offering himself up for everyone to pick through our scars. They get full of all faults and leave without ever finishing their plate. So all that's left on the table's dirty from all the scraps of us. They always leave behind. They always leave us behind. Split. That's the name of the movie. Anyway. I don't really know how to answer this question. You know, all I can really tell you is that there is such a difference. I hope there's someone out there who can just love, just love. All of me.
Pew, 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 pew. That's it.
I mean,
that's the end.
If you are not inspired, loving spoken word, loving the art, the art form that we have, I don't know what's wrong with you. This was a great battle. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. We lost everyone on Instagram because it went a little long, but I hope they were able to pick back up on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, they're back in. I'm seeing 50. They're coming back in. They're coming live.
Good.
It was a great battle. I'm looking at some comments. They're talking about it's much closer than what they thought. I'm seeing 3 2s all over the place for both individuals. So with that being said, I want to also just shout out the team, first of all. So shout out the IntroVerse family, Masterpiece, Blues, Black Chakra. We really appreciate you. The All Deaf family, All Deaf Poetry family. Shout out to Shihan, of course. Shout out to you, Imani, for just
always shout me out, Sean. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's fun. It's always fun to just get together, watch folks do poems, listen to the people in the comments who want to talk about battles but not in any. It's just really a good time. What that is.
This is a sweatshirt, and I want to make sure that I get Poet Life, get a shout out to our sponsor, Poet Life. I would wear the sweatshirt, but it's 400 degrees in Oakland right now, and I don't want to pass out. I'm black. Yeah, I'm in Oakland. Tell me, pop, pop. You didn't hear the gunshots? No, but shout out also to Universal Purpose as well as our sponsor. Make sure that you go to our page at IntroVerse Live and get all their information. They have specials for you to go. They have discount codes for you to get discounts on their items, on their merchandise. So please, shout out to everybody in the comment section. Again, go to our IG Live page and be able to vote. Go to our store. You'll be able to vote on who you felt won this one. I honestly believe that the winner was the culture. Both of these poets gave it their all. I appreciate them. Speaking about these poets.
So corny.
I know that was poet. But Prentice, do you have anything to say? Do you have anything that you want to say, or you have any things coming out lately?
Yeah, man, just let's get to writing, man, and sharing art and sharing work and keeping shit in notebooks and leaving it there and getting better and improving, man. Like, yo, if this is something you're trying to do, then sign up. There's somebody you want to rock with, say it, let's go. Iron sharpens iron.
Real. Breezy, sorry, I've been giving y'all nicknames and I ain't even asked if that's okay. I apologize. Breeze, is there something you want to say to the people?
I don't know, man. Thank y'all for having me.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. There you go. Did he leave? Oh, there you go.
I had a fan on this high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Got you.
I said, thank y'all for having me here. Yes, as professional as I can be. Prentice, man, we talked, bro. You know that wasn't what we talked about, bro. If I come off a certain kind of way, you know, I'm in my feelings a little bit because we definitely had a conversation, and the way you had this, the way you set this up was, yeah,
It was masterful, bro. This is a battle, bro. It was masterful.
I mean, you say that, but even in the sense of
so how about this, bro? Because the type of the way I'm wired, we can talk off again if you need to. The point
I mean, apparently it's not even really a point to talk off because we talked off before. You did this and it don't mean nothing. So it's you. Thank y'all for having me, yo. Thank y'all for having me. It's all good. Thank y'all for having me. It's all good.
Of course. Make sure you drop Cash Apps into the Cash Apps. Sean, you want to say anything before we pop off?
Yeah, I want to make sure that it goes on for like this. Regardless of what these brothers feel or how they were talking, it is literally on the microphone. So before you guys start running and going and tell that, because I see you guys in the comment section, however Breeze feels, then that's how he feels, and we're going to respect that. However Prentice feels on it, that's how he feels on it. If you guys want to run and tell that and start saying and starting some shit or calling these individuals and being messy, because we know that's how some of y'all poets are, don't make me say the names. Stay out of that. Let these men handle it, continue on handling it. They handle it on doing spoken word, and that's what we're going to try to do and continue for the culture. And
who's the next battle, Sean? I'm ready for the battles.
The next battles we have coming up, we have, I'll say it, not the next one, but on deck we have brothers going at it. We have Javon Johnson and Rudy Francisco. So that's looking something nasty.
I can't help that. That's a conflict of interest.
Right, for real. We've got Anita that's on deck. We're trying to get Kyla on here. We've got a lot of people. So give us about 24 hours and we'll put up the next one. But right now, let this resonate. Let this marinate. Go to our IG page at IntroVerse Live and vote for who you feel. And if you don't like what's going on, give us that feedback because we want to hear that as well. If you love
only positive feedback.
Nah, I take the negative so we can keep on moving. But again,
it's a poem, bud. We doing poetry, man. Y'all got your fucking
hey, but this is poetry. My name is Sean William. Again, no S at the end. Love for Sister Imani. We had a great night.
West Side.
Shout out to IntroVerse Live, the family. Shout out to Shehan and All Deaf. We'll be back next week. It is now every Monday. So also check out our open mic every Wednesday and our erotic open mic on Friday. Shout out to Kat and everybody who was in the comments. Roscoe, Poet Life, everybody. We appreciate y'all. We're out. Good night.